So I've been promising to do this DVD video for ages now. I know I've promised a lot of people that I will show my vast collection of movies. For whatever reason I haven't got around to it. I've always made excuses, but I think I'm finally ready to take you through my collection. As you can see, the collection is pretty vast. It's rows in front of rows. It's pretty much categorized in alphabetical order, but I won't do everything one shot. Obviously, I'll do it in different sections. The section I'll probably start with today will be this cabinet, which, as you can see, is a heck of a lot of DVDs. But it basically goes from the letter A. Actually, I lied. It goes from numbers to A, right down to D at the bottom. So we'll go through that individually for part 1, and then I'll take you through the rest of the collection in a later video. As you can see, there's cabinets, there's more cabinets, there's shelves, there's a heck of a lot. I mean, it's gonna take a few videos. As you can see, the room, it's organized chaos, but there is definitely an order to it. So I'll save you the hassle of going through everything and pulling everything out by the magic of video editing. Once we're done with that, we'll hit other DVD cabinets in the other room. This is ideally going to become the library of sorts, so I won't ruin the magic just yet, but that's where we will be visiting soon. Alright, so let's get started. We're going to go from numbers, and then we'll start going into the alphabet from A all the way down to D there. Alright, so first DVD in the collection is a movie called Three-Way. It's a nice little thriller with the guy from Prison Break, Dominique Purcell, Ali Larter, and Gina Gershon. Not bad, worth a watch. Next up, 3:10 to Yuma. Classic remake. Russell Crowe, Christian Bale. Doesn't get much better than that. 4D Man. Classic sci-fi. Probably not everyone's cup of tea, but if you like your classic sci-fi, definitely worth it. 7 Seconds, Wesley Snipes. What can I say? I'm a big B-grade action fan. You'll find a lot of Snipes, Van Damme, Seagal, Norris, a lot of those titles in my collection. Sticking with the classics, Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, part of the Ray Harryhausen collection. Massive fan as well. What's next? We got 8 Heads in a Duffel Bag. Pretty good comedy. Maybe a little bit dated by now, but still good for a laugh. 9.5 Weeks. Classic Mickey Rourke. Pretty good looking dude before all the boxing came into play, I guess. 10 Things I Hate About You. Not a bad movie now. Enjoyed it more back in the day. I haven't seen the TV series, so I don't know if that lives up to the movie. 11:14, pretty good ensemble cast. Patrick Swayze, Hilary Swank, Rachel Lee Cook. Nice little Pulp Fiction-esque sort of storytelling. 12 Monkeys, another classic. I could watch this movie every day. 12 Rounds, yeah. The less that's said about a John Cena movie, the better. 17 again. Zac Efron, what can I say? I like the guy. Oh, we got a visitor there. He's probably hungry, so he's looking for food. Or he's just hungry to get on the camera. Next up, another Ray Harryhausen movie. 20 Miles to Earth. 20 Million Miles to Earth. Also not too bad. It's a classic black and white film, but sci-fi enthusiasts will love it. 21, game about movie about blackjack. Jack Black or Blackjack? Blackjack. Really didn't enjoy it. Thought it was a bit overhyped, but I think it's one of the many freebies that have been added to my collection, so no real complaints. 21 Grams. Brilliant movie. Highly recommend this. Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, Naomi Watts. Classic movie. Let's make some more space. What else have we got here? 27 Dresses. Yeah, a bit of a chick flick, but I have a soft spot for Katherine Heigl, so it gets added. 30 Days of Night. Didn't know much about it before I saw it. I mean, I knew the graphic novels, but kind of caught me by surprise. Very, very cool horror movie. 40-Year-Old Virgin. Love, 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 love. Probably one of my top 10 comedies of all time. Anyone who doesn't enjoy it just doesn't get it. 500 Days of Summer. Gotta say, I was a bit underwhelmed by it. Didn't really do much for me. Sort of fell into the hype, but never lived up to it. 10,000 BC. Probably one of the worst movies ever made. Only reason I did actually buy it is because it came with a free pen. Yes, I'm easy to please. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Classic Walt Disney. Again, you'll find a lot of classic live-action Disney in my collection. I'm a sucker for all these sort of movies, as I am for most movies, I guess. The A-Team movie, I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was a great homage to the series. Yeah, I can totally understand why a lot of people didn't like it though, but I enjoyed it. Accepted, early Jonah Hill flick. Really, really disappointing. I can't even remember one scene from it. Or should I say one scene that was funny. Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls. I actually, when I bought this, they put the wrong movie in here. So I ended up with the box for When Nature Calls, and the DVD was the first Ace Ventura. I still haven't added the first one to my collection, but it will be coming. Same story, yeah. We'll be adding the first one, but for now, Addams Family Values is in the collection. I enjoyed it as well. Just a good time. Adios Amigo. Richard Pryor and Fred Williamson. Classic blaxploitation cowboy flick. Very poor quality, unfortunately. It was a cheapo, so I wouldn't really recommend getting it unless they bring out a decent quality video of it. Adventureland. It was okay. I mean, not the best movie you're ever gonna see, but worthwhile watching. The Adventures of Baron von Munchausen. Another classic. I do actually hope to get a better edition of it with more extra features. Again, I'm a bit impatient when it comes to movies. I end up buying them when I know a special edition's coming out at some point, or anniversary edition, so I end up double dipping a lot of the time. The Adventures of Bullwhip Griffin. For a long time this was the #1 must-own movie on my list, till I eventually got it. Again, it's another classic Disney flick. The man, Roddy McDowell, love the guy, miss the guy a lot. I'm also a big fan of Gene Wilder, Adventures of Sherlock Holmes' Smarter Brother. Also very dated, unfortunately, but still worth a laugh. After the Sunset. Who doesn't love Selma Hayek? I would buy a documentary on ants if she was narrating it. Against All Odds. Taylor Hackford's classic film. Love it to bits. Agent Cody Banks. Yes, I do have a weakness for teen flicks, but this wasn't too bad actually. They ruined it by bringing out a sequel, which totally took any way of the genuine heart that was in the first one. Recent addition to my collection, The Air I Breathe. Another good ensemble movie. Kevin Bacon, Julia Delpy, Brendan Fraser, Andy Garcia, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Emile Hirsch, Forrest Whitaker. Highly recommend that one. Airheads. Everybody loves Airheads. Also an amazing soundtrack to it. The Don't Call Me Shirley edition of Airplane. That's a classic. I don't even need to go into detail, but one of the greatest comedies ever. Ali G, In the House, the movie. Another great comedy. You've got to be a fan of Ali G. I happen to be a fan of Sacha Baron Cohen, so anything he does is gold in my book. And then we come into Aliens. These are very cool because they are definitive editions. Very cool steelbox packaging. I do have all the Aliens movies. I will show you the rest now, but that's the first row of DVDs in my collection. Yeah, the lighting wasn't so great in the last video, so I've just changed location. Carrying on with the Alien movies, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, the absolutely awful Aliens vs Predator, but again they're all definitive editions. I do have AVP somewhere, AVP 2 should I say, I think it's on Blu-ray. Aliens in the Attic, a fun movie. Say what you want about kiddies movies, but this one is pretty cool. All the Boys Love Mandy Lane. Again, you'll notice a lot of horrors in my collection. Highly recommend this. Amber Heard totally kills in it. Classic Alan Quatermain, The Lost City of Gold. Aloha Scooby-Doo. Again, another weakness. Scooby-Doo movies. I originally had them all separate, but for whatever reason I've chosen to integrate them into my actual videos. Along Came a Spider, Morgan Freeman. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Worth a watch. Sort of once you've watched it once, though, you don't really go back to it. Okay, I've just figured out how to make my video darker, so maybe that'll help with the packets, or should I say the DVD covers. Alpha Dog, not bad. Bit of a messy movie, but good cast. Recommended. Alvin and the Chipmunks. Yeah, it's fun. Alvin and the Chipmunks 2. No, it's not fun. Another classic, Amazon Woman on the Moon. Ami Lee. Who doesn't love Ami Lee? American Dreams. Hilarious movie. I love this. Actually found it by accident in the bargain bin, but very, very glad it's part of my collection. American Gangster. Not bad. Not one of the best Ridley Scott films, but worth adding to your collection. Richard Gere's American Gigolo, American Graffiti, American Gun, not a bad movie as well. Good cast. American Outlaw was doesn't really stand out for me. American Psycho, the uncut version. American Psycho 2. Yes, I know not a lot of people know this exists, but Mila Kunis and William Shatner. And there's a reason you don't know this exists, because it's that bad. American Yakuza. Great Viggo Mortensen flick. Americano. Another great little indie movie. Joshua Jackson and Dennis Hopper. Worth checking out if you love travel. The Amityville Horror remake. It wasn't too bad. I know a lot of people don't dig it, but I thought it was fun. Amy Foster, Swept from the Sea. Depends on your taste, I guess, but not bad. A local movie called Andre Medstreepy, which I own because I happen to make a cameo appearance. The Anderson Tapes, great little crime drama with Sean Connery. Android Apocalypse, the only reason I own it is because Chris Jericho, the wrestler, is in it, and I tend to buy any movie that has a wrestler in it. Angel Eyes, Jennifer Lopez. I actually can't remember too much about that one. Maybe worth watching again. Angels and Demons, one of my favorite books, but much like Da Vinci Code, just didn't work for me. I have a lot of these midnight movie double features. This one is Angel Unchained and Cycle Savages. Two great movies. You'll notice Angel Unchained stars Larry Bishop, who will come up in a later video of mine, but this is actually worth getting if you want to learn your history of biker movies. Anger Management has some funny moments, but disappointing to me. The Animal, I can't actually remember. Oh, this was the one that had Colleen Haskell from Survivor in it, from the first season of Survivor. Bit of trivia facts there. And then my cheap thrills. Anaconda, Anacondas, Anaconda 3, David Hasselhoff, and Anaconda 4, or Anaconda's Trail of Blood. James Franco's Annapolis, Selena Gomez. I have a weakness for these Disney girls. And Another You, which is Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder. That is shelf number 2. Let's move on. Carrying on, we've got The Ape, written, directed, and starring James Franco, for fans only, which I am. Aquamarine, again, weak spot, weak spot. Emma Roberts, totally in love with her. I think I pretty much own everything she's done. I know. Armed and Dangerous, comedy with John Candy. Armored, yeah, not bad, surprised me. Didn't expect it to be as good as it was. Another classic must own, Around the World in 80 Days. As good as it gets. Jack Nicholson, one of my favorite movies. I have a pretty big Bollywood collection as well. Ahsoka, not bad, not bad. Assassination of a High School President. Bruce Willis cameos as the principal. Only reason I bought it. Assassins, yeah, it's alright. Asterix at the Olympic Games, great fun. Astronaut's Wife with Johnny Depp and Charlize Theron. Atlantis, The Lost Empire. I do have the sequel as well, but I think that is in my Disney Gold collection, which I'll go through at a later stage. Attack Force, Steven Seagal. Horrendous movie, only because they've dubbed and re-edited it and made a completely different movie out of it. Another classic black and whiter, Attack of the Giant Leeches. Two fun movies, Attack of the Puppet People and Village of the Giants. Gerard Butler and Attila the Hun. Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis at War with the Army. Australia, yeah, didn't do much for me, gotta be honest. Autofocus, great movie. Greg Kinnear, William Dafoe. Awake, less said about that the better. Baby Mama, was expecting more, but still worth a laugh. Roddy Piper, The Blanks, back in action. What have we got here? Backup Plan, J-Lo. Yeah, I don't mind her. I know she gets a lot of stick, but I really don't mind J-Lo. Back to School, Rodney Dangerfield gets no respect. Backwards, not a bad indie horror. The Duff sister, Haley Duff. Nothing too original, but fun. Balls of Fury, so much funnier than it should be. Balls Out, Gary the tennis coach, actually not bad. A bit out there, but worth a laugh. Bandidas, should have been better, but who's going to say no to Selma Hayek and Penelope Cruz? Band Slam, I thought this had a lot of heart, so I won't say anything bad about it. Bangkok Dangerous, another Nicolas Cage disappointment. Classic horror, Basket Case, not recommended for everyone, maybe just horror fans only. Basic, a complete, complicated mess. Classic Vincent Price, The Bat. Batman the movie. Batman. Love this. Camp as hell. Bats, Lou Diamond Phillips, not a bad movie. Another classic, Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. Bedazzled, not great from what I remember. A classic, Beautiful Girls. Bean, I'm not even going to say anything. The Beach, I thought it was a bit overrated, didn't really do much for me, but I love DiCaprio, quality actor. Battle of Shaker Heights, yeah, not a bad movie. Be Kind, Rewind, it was fun, I enjoyed that. Batman, The Future, I think this is a bit out of order, so I must fix that up. Batman, Mystery of the Batwoman. Billy of the Beast, Another Seagal. Below, a great little horror. Being Julia, Annette Bening kills in that. Beetlejuice, supposed to be a special edition, but it doesn't have much extra features on. Johnny Depp, pretty much own everything he's done. Benny and June. Best in Show, great movie. Awful movie. Classic Bermuda Triangle, dubbed. For pure collectors only, it's very, very dated. Best of the Best, Eric Roberts. Love Eric Roberts. Best of Times, Kurt Russell, Robin Williams. Better Way to Die, not a bad B-grade actioner. Of course, we got the Beverly Hills Cop movies. First two were good, third one was forgettable. Beyond the Mat, great wrestling documentary. Big, the Family Fun edition, but none of those special features are on here. Unfortunately, that's the joys of living at quality control in South Africa. Big Bad Mama, great. Angie Dickinson, William Shatner, Tom Skerritt, classic movie. Big Business, great little comedy with Bette Midler and Lily Tomlin. Big Fat Important Movie, one of Leslie Nielsen's last movies, but as you can see they spelt his name wrong. Big Fat Liar, great comedy, I enjoyed that. Big Hit, another great comedy. Big Man Japan, interesting flick, yeah, definitely worth checking out, different to anything you'll probably ever see. Big Nothing, David Schwimmer and Simon Pegg. Simon Pegg puts on an American accent which just doesn't work for me. Big Trouble in Little China, who doesn't love that? Biggles, one of my favorite sci-fi movies. Very hard to actually find, but I managed to get it back in the day. Bird on a Wire, Mel Gibson, classic Mel Gibson. Disney's Black Cauldron, another Seagull, Black Dawn. Black Mama, White Mama, love Pam Grier. City of Mosques 2, Rob Van Dam stars in that, so that's why I bought it. Black Snake Moan, do love that. Samuel L. Jackson always. Blackie the Pirate, it's a Terence Hill Bud Spencer movie. Blade Trinity, I don't actually own the first two anymore, so I must replace those. And Hilarious is Right, Blades of Glory, love it. Blazing Saddles, everybody should have that in their collection. Blindside, yeah, good. Oscar worthy, I don't know, but still good. Blindness was an interesting movie, worth checking out. Blood Creek, cool horror, caught me by surprise, with our same buddy Dominique Purcell from Prison Break. Blood Diamond, fantastic. Blood of Fu Manchu, try and find a better version, this one isn't great. Bloodsport, serious action fans need to own that. Another double feature, Beast Within and the Bat People, not great. Bend It Like Beckham, yeah, love it. Blow, Johnny Depp Kills. Another Bollywood movie, Blue. Blue Crush. Blue Thunder. Boat That Rocked, fantastic. Body of Lies, found it disappointing. Bolt, also disappointing. Clive Barker's Book of Blood, yeah, it's alright. Boogie Nights, must own. Boot Camp with Mila Kunis, again she's another one that can make anything and I'd buy it. Wes Anderson's first flick, Bottle Rocket. Borat, The Awful Bounty Hunter. Impulse Buy, I regret it. Boys from Brazil, yep. Gregory Peck, James Mason, not a bad film. Breakaway is a B-grade actioner. Breaking Away is a great little cycling movie. Breathing Room, awful. Richard Gere, Breathless. Breeders, British movie. Can't actually remember that, to be honest. Brewster's Millions, again, must own. Brick, yeah, good film. Little film noir type of setting. Pride and Prejudice, again, Bollywood weakness. Bride of Chucky. Bride Wars,